2, 1. You're live.
Welcome to WagerTalk Today, the gold standard of sports betting shows where we talk the talk and walk the walk. It's Thursday. It's the end of the NBA season, but we do have 3 games to look at. We're going to look at college hoops, and we're going to look at Olympic hockey. You guys have asked, we deliver. So Lawrence is going to join us, and we're going to talk some Olympic hockey. Raineri is going to join us. We're going to break down a college basketball game, and we're going to talk a couple of NBA games. And, of course, we're going to start off with Gianni doing the Steam report. And Dan is at a doctor's appointment. So we always start off with WTF LFG. So you guys are getting a special treat. We're bringing on Gianni. Gianni, it's your first time doing WTF LFG. All right, here's how it goes. So I'm going to give you a play tonight, and you tell me WTF if you think it's bad, if it's going to lose, LFG if you think it's going to win. Here's where I'm going. I'm going Portland 8.5 against the Utah Jazz. So Gianni, the Jazz make these trades, and then they attempt to go into full tank mode, except they accidentally win 2 games in a row, which is a disaster for their draft status. My guess is the owner and the GM get in the ear of the coach and is like, you better not play these damn starters tonight. Portland, they're in the play-in. They're the last play-in team. They are not tanking. They are playing for something. This would be a really nice, easy win for them. And Utah, after blowing out the Kings last night on the back leg of a back-to-back, has every, quote, reason to sit these guys that have been playing well, like Lauri Markkanen and such. I think this is Portland in a blowout. What do you say, WTF or LFG?
I'm so glad you're asking me this question, and I'm going to answer it while addressing a comment the last time I was on here on Monday, because I saw it on the way out, and I'll wait till I get back to address it, because it rubbed me the wrong way, because it was just the way it was told. When the guy went in and commented, I hate how Gianni doesn't know anything about players and doesn't watch the stuff and just cuts and pastes. Brother, nothing could be further from the truth. I just don't sit there and follow the stuff like a fan, like probably you do. Like, I don't sit there and own fantasy teams where I actually believe I'm the owner of anything. Like, I don't do that shit. But I bet I actually do move these numbers that you're betting into. In fact, as of 9:03 a.m. Pacific time, I bet exactly $136,000 in these college basketball moves. And I don't need to watch these games because all I'm betting are inefficient numbers. The only thing I care about is the betting line compared to my data. That's it. The rest of the narrative, the sports centers, all that nonsense to me doesn't matter. I've done this long enough to know what matters. And that's how we're going to break down this game that you're talking about. The only thing that matters to me is what's the number? What's the power rating? Here's what I have. I know that on my power ratings, Portland's the 21st best team in the NBA. Utah's the 27th best team in the NBA. So on paper, we know Portland's better. Portland's had the second toughest strength of schedule. So they've played the second toughest schedule in all of the NBA. Utah's played the 7th toughest. So 2 teams with very respectable strength of schedule. Now, let's look at how they match up offensively and defensively. Portland, 14th in efficiency, going up against the 30th defense in Utah. Utah's 4th in offensive efficiency, going up against the 23rd defense in Portland. Now, again, both these defenses look very weak. Both these offenses look very strong against very respectable strength of schedules. What sticks out to me right there, that the bias will definitely be on the over. And what did we see? The overnight get bet. Over 236, got bet all the way to 239.5, even some 240s out there this morning. And then what happened this morning? Early, while my man who commented was probably watching SportsCenter, I was steaming the under 240, the under 239.5s, and moving a lot of money on those unders for one of the groups that I bet NBA for that currently has me up over 50 units in 2025-2026 season without knowing any players' names. Let's throw that out there, up over 50 units. So definitely the sharps are on the under, and I 100% agree with that because it matches up with my power ratings where the narrative is the offenses are good, the defenses suck. We talked about it during football with Bet on It, how we usually have the perfect storm for an under in those cases because the total is going to be bumped up, those biases. And so I like the total. Now, you like the Portland side. Power rating wise, I have Portland as a 4% favorite on a neutral court. So if they were playing on a neutral court based on my power ratings, Portland should be about a 4.5 point favorite. Now, we have to add home field advantage for Utah. And I make Utah's home field advantage, home court advantage about 2.5 at the most. Let's say 2. We'll just round it off at 2. So with that, Portland should only be about a 2.5 point favorite in this game on the road. They're way higher than that. They're 8.5. Usually that tells me something's wrong, that there's players missing. It's usually never going to be the narrative that forces the line to be that way off from what my power ratings are. Like if this was 2.5 points off, I'd be firing on Utah. If it was 3 points off, I'd be firing on Utah. But when I see that it's upwards of 5, 6 points, 7 points off, then I have to pay attention and realize I'm missing something. Something's not factored into my power ratings. They're missing something. So what if I have to pay attention? It's probably players are out for Utah or players are back in for Portland, or like you said, Utah's tanking. They don't even want to play. They actually want to lose while Portland's still playing for something. All of that makes sense on why this line's higher than what the power ratings reflect. And that's why I agree with you. When it's that different from my power ratings, more times than not, it's the right side, meaning the adjustment's warranted. So if I had to bet this game, I'd be a long way of saying I'd be on Portland. I'd be looking to lay 8, even if I had to pay a little juice. If I could get 8 minus 115, which is currently available at Bet Online, that's the bet I'd be making instead of the minus 8.5. So yeah, I like your Portland. I like it at minus 8. I like the under as well. So hopefully Dan is able to conclude a little quicker for the viewers, but that's my roundabout way of saying I like Portland. So I agree with you there, and I like the under as well.
Yeah, that was definitely the most in-depth breakdown. Normally it's Dan saying, what do you think
Yes
about
or no?
this play? And I either go, yeah, sure, or I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't like it. So, but no, that's what you do. That's why you're the best in the business here. So, all right, we got Portland last night before the All-Star break, minus 8.5. Agree with you, Gianni, that the power and that's the thing. Utah's been pretty good. And it's what the team doesn't want. My Pacers, they won the other night. I don't know if you saw this clip. They won the other night in overtime, and the head coach was so mad. he was like,
yeah, dude, that's why NBA is almost unbettable until the playoffs.
It's just so funny. It's so funny. Yeah. So if
Oklahoma City is still so much better than everyone else. Just because we're talking NBA, I'll just throw that out there real quick because I got the updated NBA power ratings on Monday, and he has Oklahoma City 4 points better than the next best team, Detroit. And behind Detroit is right there is Boston, Detroit, New York. Those three are all within like a point of each other.
Yeah. And here, we'll just piggyback off this. We don't have a ton to talk to. So any questions you guys have, this is the perfect day.
Please
so yeah, Gary, is Jared Jackson injured? No, he's not. He's not injured, but he's healthy. But this team doesn't want to win. So they will come up with, he tweaked his ankle, shoulder soreness, like fatigue, knee soreness. The Pacers are getting ready to do the exact same thing. The Kings already did it last night. They threw out a G League lineup against Utah. And so you're going to see these quote injuries pop up for these teams that are tanking. Tanking has never been worse. It's got to be addressed because it's bad to look, bad look for the league. But It's just nature of the beast.
And
Player
in the NBA,
props.
schedule means everything. Right now, because I'm looking at it, Oklahoma City, Boston, Detroit, New York, Cleveland, their strength of schedule, 28th, 29th, 27th, 30th, and 25th. So those 5 teams have the 25th, 29th, 30th, 28th, 29th toughest schedules. Like they all have the easiest schedules in all the NBA. So no surprise that they're crushing it. Sacramento, Brooklyn, Utah, New Orleans, all those teams in the basement that won around 15 games that are, less than 30% win rate, they all have a top 5 strength of schedule. The most impressive is Miami. Miami, believe it or not, because they're above 500 and they have like a top 5 strength of schedule. Everyone else up there, the Denvers, the Houstons, even the Minnesotas, they all have easy schedules. It'll be interesting when the playoffs come.
Gianni, breaking news. I'm not making this up. Jaren Jackson out for rest of season.
There you go.
Just, hey, you need a little touch-up surgery? Yep, season-ending surgery. That's
Perfect
how
timing.
Perfect. Isn't that amazing? What he played last night, and he had an amazing game. He scored like 20-plus points. When you know it, he's out for the year.
Wow.
All right, great. We got some questions coming in here about NCAA basketball. JK, Yanni, in West, who are the best 2 teams after Oklahoma City? I want your power rankings. I'll go with my gut feeling. My gut feeling eye test is at San Antonio and Denver. I think they've bypassed Houston. I think Houston, their chemistry looks off. They still have problems at the point guard position. When all teams are healthy, I have San Antonio and Denver. What's your power rankings?
In the West, San Antonio. Other than after Oklahoma City, after that, it's Detroit, like I said, New York, Boston, Cleveland, and then it's San Antonio. The next best team in the West is San Antonio, followed by Minnesota. Then, like you said, Denver, Houston, they're all right there next to each other.
So you have Minnesota up there.
Yeah. And they've actually dropped. He actually dropped them this week on Minnesota. Minnesota's had an easy strength of schedule at top 5 offense, barely top 15 defense. But, yeah, he's got them right now in the top 8.
I like what they did. They traded for a point guard that I think is really, really going to help them out. So I think that's pretty good. So any NCAA basketball steam, any line moves? I know it's early in the day. Don't know if you've got anything for us today.
Yes, sir. I have a ton, so I'm only going to read off a handful because I think there's, like I said, I've been betting really early today. Here's what's been happening. So I'm going to share something with the viewers for them to pay attention. We bet the overnights. I don't really mess with them. Again, not brag, but I'm higher up in the food chain where I don't use my accounts for that stuff. But the overnights, a lot of times they're used to dummy up numbers the next morning. So pay attention to see if there's follow through in the morning. But then here's what happens. We bet a bunch of stuff early in the morning. Like I said, I just bet about 20 plays, college basketball sides, totals, extra board games. And then around 1 o'clock our time, 4 o'clock Eastern, between 1 o'clock my time and 3 o'clock, those 2 hours, a bunch of more stuff comes in. That's where I get all those NBA player props. That's where I get all that late college basketball action and even some NBA. So pay attention to those line moves after 4 p.m. Eastern, because a lot of the off-screen books, the ones I use to move this stuff in, they don't even offer a lot of the player props till later in the first game or the second game that go off at 7 o'clock, but they won't offer the later games in the NBA slate. So what these groups have been doing, they've been waiting till those open up and then been firing. So those player props that start coming in at 4 p.m. Eastern, those are usually legit, and they've been waiting hours to get down on them. So pay attention. Now, college basketball, let's jump right in. Start off 749, Valpo plus the 9, 747, Robert Morris minus the 3, 759, Georgia State plus 6.5, 770, Florida International minus the 8, 784, Nebraska Omaha plus the 4, 803, Utah Valley minus the 8, 820, Bakersfield plus the 13, added game 306, 593, Winthrop minus the 20, 574, Maine plus the 4, and 572. Binghamton plus the 12.5. Like I said, if anyone that got the subscribers and anyone that bought today's Steam sheet, there's already 4 added games in there, 20 plus college basketball, 3 or 4 NBA. We got really busy early. More stuff will be added in there, as well as the buybacks. I always come back and let them know this group's middling this game, or this is a different group that's now taking the other side at this number. So I'll always go back and let them know if there's resistance coming in later. Because again, a lot of this stuff, as you can see, is bet really early. And as the day goes on, information changes, positions change. So we update that constantly.
All right. Let's see. Who are your power ratings in college basketball here at this point?
All right. Duke number 1. Houston is now my number 2 team, surpassing Arizona, who's right behind them, followed by Michigan, and Florida is my 5th best team in college basketball. That's the one that is probably people scratching their heads. They're like, wait, the AP has Florida at 14. And if I'm not mistaken, let me see where Ken Palm has them real fast. Ken Palm's got Florida. Okay, he's got them 5th. See, so he knows. Florida's the top 5 team. That's an undervalued team right now in the betting market, because the AP, where the AP has them. So yeah, Florida's a team that's sticking out in my top 5. So yeah, Duke's still at the top, followed by, Arizona, Houston, Michigan, and Florida.
Johnny Detroit is not happy with you in the live chat about Michigan, your lack of respect for Michigan. Hey, listen, Johnny, he's just reading the markets.
Listen, Michigan's good. They have a very respectable schedule. 10th toughest strength of schedule, and only have 1 loss. That's very, very good. Duke's 19th, Houston's 36th, Arizona's 13th. Only Florida has had a tougher strength of schedule, the number 3. So yeah, Michigan's legit, bro. 4th best offense as well, most efficient, but barely top 20 defense. That's where they're going to have to shore it up. They got to improve on the defensive side of the ball if they want to cut down the nets in April.
All right. So Yanni, not a whole lot going on unless you're you and me. There's always stuff going on. So what do you have up for everyone at Thursday?
The Steam sheet's already up there with an NBA best bet. I think we've won every Steam sheet best bet this week. So hopefully that streak continues. The strongest NBA bet of the day, I put that up as sports memo because I have that $7. So I'm like, let me put the strongest bet out there for $7. I know not everybody's bankroll, warrants a $29, $39 package, because again, you're paying for the information, your ROI gets affected. So you got to throw some gold out there for those $5 Tuesdays and $7 over a sports memo. So I got the NBA best bet there. And just like yesterday, if I could piece together a strong college basketball package, I'll do that. Yesterday's went 2-1. The day before that, I think went 2-0. The day before that, 3-0. Package will only be put together if I could confirm a couple plays. Otherwise, they'll all be in the Steam sheet and have at it.
All right, Yanni, thank you very much. Can't
brother.
wait for you to return next week. We're going to talk about that. Fluffy Hernandez doing an interview where he talks about a potential injury. Ruh-roh. We'll dive into that next week. So thanks very much, Yanni. We'll see you tomorrow, brother. Have a great Thursday. Let's see. Good question from Mark here. Is there any way we can get a promo package that comes with Carmine and Andrew throughout the Olympics? Want to buy a package, can't decide on who I want. Yeah, Johnny already answered this in the chat. Just email customer service. They'll put you together. They can do anything you guys want. Like if you're interested in Joe Raineri's college basketball plays and my rugby plays, they'll make something for you. It's a nice thing about being a part of WagerTalk. So do it ASAP. That way you get the plays. I mean, we're already, started into the hockey in the Olympics. So email ASAP and they'll get you settled up there. A lot of good specials. We're still running the Valentine's Day special, 6 days for the price of 3 for only $69. It gets you all sports. So just pick a handicapper. It's the same price as a 3-day pass. Just because there's no NBA or other sports, I'll just use myself as an example. We have a darts play that's up today, 2 4% rugby plays, a 4% boxing play on Sunday. We have a 3% soccer play. So there are a lot of handicappers with a lot of sports that are have a lot of ways to profit. So there's golf going on this weekend, several leagues. So just because we don't have NBA doesn't mean there's not plenty of opportunity to profit. And somebody that's always finding ways to profit, Joe Raineri, coming in. Joe, I just made that up, but yeah, down for a college basketball rugby promo. Why not? Right?
No brainer, man. Exactly it. If you can think of it, trust me, we can figure out how to put it together for you. It's that simple here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever your imagination goes, we can figure it out for you without a doubt. It's what we do here.
Absolutely. You got 3 games to break down, so we're going to waste no time here. Purdue, Fort Wayne. So Purdue is in West Lafayette. Fort Wayne is on the other side of the state versus Green Bay. I love these geographical, these colleges named after 2 different parts of the state. So I know nothing about these teams. I do know Purdue, Fort Wayne. I know that the campus, it's actually a nice campus. What do you know about these teams? Tell us about it. What are we going to do with this game? Looks like it's a pretty close spread here.
Yeah, we're going to have a word with Chris picking up this game of the card that we have here today. And he's throwing out the Mastodons versus Green Bay Phoenix here for the viewing audience. But listen, the reality is you got 2 different styles going at one another, right? You got Purdue Fort Wayne who wants to do it defensively. You got Green Bay that wants to do it offensively. I think the spread tells you everything in this game, right? It's basically a pick 'em price. And PFW is going to want to pressure as much as they possibly can, double team. And that is what's going to separate who wins this game. Are they going to be able to get enough turnovers? Both teams, give or take, average around 76 points a game. So the tempo isn't going to be overly fast. Neither is overly efficient offensively, but this is one of those spots where you got to give credit to the home team, right? That's the whole point in this here is I do believe the offensive efficiency for Green Bay at home is ultimately what's going to get it done here. If I was going to go anywhere here, it would be with the home team to get it done against the Mastodons.
Let's make one thing clear, Joe. Chris clearly looked at the mascots and was like, "Ooh, correct. Mastodons, Phoenix."
The Phoenix
sounds like an action movie.
No, I mean we could have went Belmont, Northern Iowa for the Mo Valley. Nope, we're going Purdue Fort Wayne versus Green Bay, baby. I love it.
The Mastodons versus the Phoenix. That is a pretty good title for a movie. I might be in. Throw like a couple movie stars. Yeah. All right, let's get to some. Let's get some teams with some players that I've heard of. We're gonna do the NBA Prime here. We got Bucks versus Thunder. We got Mavs versus Lakers here. Bucks are probably done with Giannis for the season. Maybe forever. Thunder, though, nice. It's just a pretty easy chance to steal a win going into the All-Star break here. So it's a big spread. I get it. And that's what we're here to talk about. So you looking at the over-under? You looking at the spread here? What do you see in this game tonight?
I wouldn't go. I mean, listen, these last couple of days in the NBA has been absolutely hilarious because there is a clear line in the sand where you have teams that honestly are willing to do whatever they can to rack up as many wins as they can prior to this vacation. And then you've got teams, like Phoenix last night in front of their home crowd, or Philadelphia in front of their home crowd, who wanted nothing to do with winning a basketball game or trying in any way, shape, or form. In fact, they all should have just left to go on vacation yesterday instead of actually playing those games. Dan, you could have played for Philadelphia last night, and the score wouldn't have changed at all. Unbelievable. So now you got a Milwaukee Bucks team that did win last night against Orlando, but now second of a back-to-back. The Thunder handled their business against Phoenix, but it's clear that even without Shea Gilgeous there, that they are trying to win as many games. They figured, listen, we've already lost, 13 games on the season? We have no intention of losing many more than that because they came out firing last night. Phoenix had another one of those scheduled losses. No Booker, no Green, no Allen. They weren't taking any chances last night. They won the night before, and that was good enough for them. The Thunder don't care. It is a big number, but it would not shock me in front of their home crowd that they absolutely win this game going away. But listen, can we trust the Bucks to score enough to get this thing up and over? We've already seen a little bit of movement in the total in this game, Andy, and you'd be hard-pressed here. I keep seeing the number go up for OKC. I agree with it. It's up to 13. But we're also starting to see the total drop, and I think I agree with that move more than anything else. There's only so much Cam Thomas is going to be able to do for the Milwaukee Bucks, although he did drop 34 against Orlando last night.
Yeah, the Cam Thomas. Yeah, it looks like Ryan Rollins is probably questionable here. So.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah. We do have a Seth has a really, really in-depth question here. Can Joe give us the sound of a mastodon?
I will come up with that, Seth, for you. I will have that before it is all said and done. Yes.
Is it a growl? Is it a scream? I don't really know what a mastodon is. Mastodon water?
That's a good question.
Is it? I think a mastodon can swim.
Is it a horse? It might be. It's a good question. I'm not sure what the hell it is. I'm going to look. How do you dress up as a mascot like that? That's interesting, Andy.
I'll look up the mascot of a mastodon here real quick, but I'll do it while you're breaking down this Mavericks Lakers. Cooper Flagg has been incredible. Sadly, he's not going to play tonight. Doncic remains out. As of now, Austin Reeves and LeBron are going to play. Makes sense. They sat in the last one. So what do we have here for Mavericks and Lakers tonight? What do you see in this game?
Oh, you mean LeBron and Reeves and Marcus Smart took the night off against the Spurs, but they're willing to come back against the lowly Mavericks who now lost Cooper Flagg? What a shock here. Yeah, listen, LeBron made a big deal after the last game in which he didn't participate in, which is hilarious, about his team not playing a full 48 minutes, Andy, that we can't be serious if we don't give maximum effort for 4 quarters. Says the guy that sat out against the Spurs here. But they are going to play, no doubt, against the Mavs here. But no Cooper Flagg, no offense for Dallas here. And I don't mind laying the 7.5. Listen, Doncic or no Doncic, the Lakers have been great against teams under 500. It's where they rack up most of the wins. Don't trust them against teams like the Spurs or OKC or others. But no, against these sub-500 teams like the Dallas Mavericks, they can be trusted to go out at least with a win. And if LeBron, he was the first one, I think that was cleared to play tonight, Andy. So if LeBron is good enough to go, then I believe Reeves will go, the rest of them will go, and they will win this game likely by double digits, as the Mavs just don't want to lose any more players at this particular point.
It makes sense. Listen, It was a back-to-back. LeBron has earned the right to not play in back-to-backs and has earned the right to not play against Wembanyama.
Yes.
Would you want to play against Wembanyama?
That's a good point. That's a good point. And don't be shocked when all of a sudden they miss the play-in tournament too, because LeBron earned the right to take games off. Unbelievable.
Okay. We have... All right, here's a mastodon, and I found the mastodon. So it's an elephant.
Oh, I would not have come up with that at all.
Here, I believe I can pull up here. So yeah, this is the. Let's see.
Really?
Yeah. So I can't pull it up. It's just an elephant. It's an old elephant, and the mascot is pretty easy. It's just a big elephant.
I think I found it, Andy. I think I found it for you here. Yeah, right, here's what it is. There it is. Yes. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yes, all the elephants I've seen. All the elephants I've seen do this.
I've seen just like that. Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like.
All right, I'll be the first one to do. All right, I'll be the first one here. All right, ready?
Well, the good news is you have a mastodon coming up here, I think, after me. So you're good to go. You're going to have him do the sound. It'll be great.
I think that was more of like a elephant mixed with a donkey. I think there was some donkey DNA.
That's what you get when you mix a phoenix and a mastodon together. That's exactly the sound that you get. Exactly. Unreal.
Well, Joe, it is the NBA All-Star break here, but I know you still got college basketball and other things. So tell everyone what we can expect from this break, and what do you have up at WagerTalk?
Well, you can expect me not watching the All-Star game because I don't even know what the hell they're doing. They should just stop playing it and give these guys a week off, Andy, if we're being honest here. I mean, unless you get the players to be interested at all in competing against one another for this event, it's going to be a coin flip kind of situation. You don't know what you're going to get here, but you won't have Cooper Flagg, but you will have Con Knipple, who I think might be worth a bet for the Rookie of the Year award in those markets there. But listen, there's clearly a line that has been drawn in the sand with those teams that are looking to tank this year, and there's a lot of them, Andy, and I think the big reason why is that if you've watched college hoops this year, there are a bunch, and I mean a bunch of players coming out that are game changers for franchises. So there are going to be a lot of teams vying for those ping pong balls and trying to better themselves in this draft because there's a lot of guys that can change the trajectory of franchises coming out of college. It's one of the best freshman classes I can remember in a very, very long time. So having said that, be very careful when you see teams like, oh, by the way, Utah just now shut down Triple J. Shocker, because who thought Utah is trying to tank? Just about anybody who's actually watched Utah pull their starters in the fourth quarter of every game. But Triple J is now on the shelf. I'm assuming Markkanen will be close behind. So tread carefully. And what we learned over the last couple of days, teams like the Knicks and OKC and San Antonio, you know, there are teams out there that don't care what your goal is. They are going to stick it to you as best they can. So be careful. Take advantage of those spots when they come back after this All-Star break. And it's pretty clear, Andy, those that don't want to win versus those that want to keep rolling right into the postseason.
And Joe, real quick, we got some time. I'm with you. You either scrap the All-Star game. I brought this up to Steve Merrill. He actually kind of liked it. Like, why can't you just do some kids games like knockout? Who wouldn't want to see all the NBA All-Stars playing knockout?
Yes.
Or just like, or 21 or like pig or like,
yes.
Why can't we do some of those where, because these guys don't want to compete hard against each other. Who could blame them? It's a long season. They do this All-Star game in the middle of it. Like, why can't we just do something like that where we get to see the guys all together on the court, but it's not in something that's, quote, competitive to them? It's really been a ball dropping
like
by
dodgeball. Like I hear you. I mean, look at the NFL and flag football. Who didn't love that? In a, you know, looked like a catering hall. They were having a bar mitzvah in. Like, I don't even know what that was either. But I will say this. I think it's very simple. Here's what you do is you take $5 million from the salary of every All-Star and put it into a pot and let them play for their own money and watch how much they care, Andy, about who wins the All-Star game. You watch. Just take $5 million from each All-Star. Here you go. Throw it in a pot. Winning team wins all. Watch how fast they go ahead and care about the All-Star game weekend.
I heard I was jealous of this one. So Nick Wright had a good one on a podcast. He was like, put Luka, Jokic, Austin Reeves, Con Knipple, two white guys versus black guys. They'll play hard.
Then they'll play, yeah, right. Exactly. They'll just shoot them. It's ridiculous. It's I mean, Kobe, rest his soul, man. Kobe's got to be just watching this every year going, you got to be kidding me here, man. A guy that would rather cut off a limb than lose to anybody in any game, anywhere. And this is what we've got with this generation of NBA players. Unreal.
Yeah, and I got to be honest, I don't blame teams for tanking. It's the system that's set up. Like, it's not the team's fault.
Nope.
It's just the way it is. Like, I mean, I'm 1 year removed from my Pacers being in the NBA Finals, and now I'm just rooting them to sit Siakam for the rest of the season.
Exactly.
You know, like,
don't anybody else get hurt. Don't anybody else get hurt. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Exactly.
well, okay, Joe, you're number one. Somebody brought up top 5 hairdos at WagerTalk.
Oh, I like that.
So yeah, he has me and Jesse tied. Teddy, I got to be honest, I had Teddy in the top 3. John says Teddy, Silver Fox covers 3. Dan with the flowing locks, Ross the Boss Benjamin, and Joe Raineri coming in at number 1.
Love it. Oh, Christ. It's a mastodon. I think I just saw a mastodon. Oh, my God. What are you going to do there? Oh, no.
Oh, boy. All right.
Damn.
Well, Joe, great breakdowns. Continued success. All of his plays are over at WagerTalk. Let's have a big weekend, Joe, and I'll see you next week, brother. Thank you so much. Well, we know who's coming up next, so let's talk to Lawrence, and then we'll talk about all around the world.
So what I'm hearing is I wear a hat too often. Because if I didn't wear a hat too often, I would be number 1.
Clearly.
Well, I'm 56 years old, bro. 56 years old. Like, I don't understand how it gets better than this.
It's good. You're right, though. We can't see it hardly ever. That's the thing. It's never on display.
Okay. Next time I come on, I'm going to the hairdresser. I'm going to get it straightened, highlighted, colored, styled, stepped, flock of seagulls, the works.
You're going to look fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Thanks,
so we're going to talk Olympic hockey here, and I want your overall thoughts here. I'm guessing the books have done quite well on Olympic hockey so far into this. So walk us through what you've seen in Olympic hockey. What's the surprises? What are things that you expected? Just give us an overall view of what's going on there, and then we'll talk a couple of specific games.
Well, listen, right off the bat, nothing has majorly surprised me. We obviously had an update with Finland losing to Slovakia, but Slovakia is a much better team than most people anticipated, and that we're on a down moment for Finland. So I don't even really look at that as some major upset. Other than that, Canada's up 3-0 against the Czech Republic. No one saw that coming. I mean, the Canadians got throttled by the American women team. That's okay, round robin game. But yeah, the American women team look really, really good. I think they should win the gold medal. Plus, Canada's missing their number 1 female hockey player. So yeah, no major surprises. But I'm excited it's here, and it's great to see the professionals playing at the Olympics this year.
Yeah, let's talk a couple of specifics here. We'll get to Sweden and Finland, but let's start off with USA versus Latvia. This is today, I believe. So
yeah.
So what do you expect from today's game, USA Latvia?
You know, I expect the under in this game. And honestly, Andy, I think ultimately if you bet the under all the way through from now till the finals, you're going to win more than you're going to lose. These are playoff games, man. These are games that these teams are trying their best for. And what we have here is a lopsided game. America has got loaded with talent. There are not many NHL players on this Latvian team. And the only way to beat a team that is a lot better than you, especially in hockey, is to close ranks, play 5 back, play a very, very defensive style, keep America on the outside. I don't think Latvia is coming out saying, how are we going to score goals? They're coming out saying, how are we going to limit America to 3 or 2 and hope we could get lucky? They played each other 19 times. It's gone, the average is 5.2 goals a game. We got 5.5 in this game, 6.5 in this game. So we already know that these two teams, when they play each other, play to the under. And I understand everyone's going to sit there and say, well, look, I mean, these were completely different rosters, especially 19 games ago. That's not the point. The point is every time they played each other, America was light years better than the Latvian team. So we know the style of play that America is going to come in playing. It's minus 3.5, Andy. Look, I would have no issue taking America here. I think we will see a 5-0, 5-1 game. And both of those get us America -3.5, and both of those cash the under. My favorite play on this game is the under. I have no issue with America -3.5, but if I was only to make one bet, it would be on the under.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at some of these scores here. 4-1 with Slovakia, Finland, 5-2 Sweden, Italy, but then 4-0 Switzerland, France, Canada, Czech 3-0, and we saw the under barely hit in the U.S. Canadian women's game.
Yeah, Andy, I'll tell you something. It is super hard for a team like, say, Denmark to score a goal. It's one goal. Like Latvia could go the whole way with 0 goals in this entire tournament. Connor Hellenbuck is in net, bro. This guy shuts out NHL players on a nightly basis. And now he's playing a bunch of players that are, slightly better than me. It's going to be very hard for Latvia to score, bro. Hey, you've never seen me play hockey.
I like slightly. I love the pat on the back. Slightly better than me.
I'll tell you, they don't have better hair than me.
No, only 5 people do. They just happen to be at Wager Talk.
No, they don't. And Joe, we don't even know if that's Joe's real hair or if he just has this gelled shag sitting next to him that he plops on his damn head. There hasn't been one strand has never moved out of place on Joe's hair. Not ever in history. So it could be fake. It could be fake.
All right. I'm going to go over Sweden, Finland, and then I want to get some overall thoughts on just the Olympics in general, including what could you and I partner up in. So let's talk. Yeah, let's talk about
2-man luge, baby. I want to be on the bottom.
That's where I was going. Was the 2-man luge?
Yeah, bro. I want you lying on top of me while we practice for 4 years, 6 hours a day. You on top of me for no reason whatsoever.
On a flimsy sled wearing a razor thin one-piece.
My question is, why stop at 2? Next year, menage a trois luge, a triple. Why not have 16 people lying on top of each other?
Just like duct tape them all.
Exactly. And the duct taping is part of the event. So you could do a light duct tape and hope they hold together, or you can spend an extra 30 seconds doing a power duct tape so we know they get to the end.
This is great. Yeah, this is great. I also thought about figure skating. One of us throwing the other in air while they try and turn 4 times, and the other has to catch. Surely there would be at least one where the other would drop the other on purpose as a practical
I would
joke.
never drop you on purpose, Andy. Look, I actually like the figure skating. Strangely, I love it. I was like edibled up last night, and I was like watching the ice dancing. I was in, man. Plus that French woman. A moment for her. A moment.
Yeah, I just can't wrap my head around skating around in a costume and then jumping and spinning 4 times and landing on 1 foot.
And calling that a sport.
Yeah, I mean, I dropped a glass of water the other day. I couldn't walk through my own kitchen without having an accident. Yet
it's shocking to me that ice dancing is a thing and ballroom dancing is not at the Olympics.
Okay,
but hey, they did have break dancing. They did have the break dancing at the Olympics. Anyway, look, I love the freaking Olympics. Let's get back to that. Let me give you my Sweden-Finland pick. But before we get into that, my favorite play today is Germany -1.5. I gave that out on the best betting show ever. That is my single bet for the day, Germany -1.5. As for Sweden and Finland, I like Sweden in regulation here. Look, they had a scare against Italy. They got it done. They won the game, but they did not play well. And the bottom line here, Andy, is there are 3 teams that are going to be vying for the gold medal. 3. Canada, America, and Sweden. 2 of those teams are going to have to play each other in the semifinals. The key right now is to avoid that. And the way the system is set up, regulation wins get you more points than overtime wins. Sweden, America, Canada, these guys need to sweep. They need to sweep in regulation. I think Sweden gets it done. I am not high on this Finland team at all. And we saw how bad they played. I think they're going to play better, but I think Sweden gets it done and likely by 2 goals. So yeah, I like Sweden tonight. Minus 1.5 plus 124, but I do prefer them in regulation.
Okay. All right. Any other Olympic sports? Yeah, I like the snowboard racing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm a skier, right? So I do like that. The problem I have with the snowboard, like the big air, is every jump looks the same to me. It's like there's a 10, 20, 6, 80, 4, 30, 12, 15. Who's up next? Oh my God, he did a 12, 20, 3, 80, 4, 50, 6, 12.
No, I mean,
I would just be like, they all look the same.
No, I mean the race. They put 5 of them together and they go down a track.
Oh, snowcross. That's incredible, dude. I prefer to call it, for all you people who are my age and remember the beautiful movie Hot Dog, where I had sunny side up, sunny side down, and sunny side the way around. We prefer to call that the Chinese downhill.
Really? The Red Bull does they're on skates, which is
lunacy.
Oh,
I want to do that so bad, dude. If
Those
they set one of those up in Toronto, I would enter the over 55-year-old decrepit section. I want to try that so bad, bro. But the snowcross is so fun. But it's tough to watch downhill skiing or slalom skiing. Even as a skier, everybody just looks the same, dude. And cross-country skiing, I mean, how boring is that? Just give the award to the Norwegians and move on.
I hit my wall with skiing this year. I thought the exact same thing. I was like, they all kind of look the same. I don't see a polarizing story. I started watching the moguls and I was like, it's not grabbing my attention.
Well, at least with the moguls, it's not all exactly the same. But yeah, dude, as a skier, I mean, I say this all the time. Like, as a person who's had sex once, I don't like to watch other people doing it. I prefer to do it myself. So I feel exactly the same way about skiing. And I've had sex twice. I got 2 daughters.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe like obstacles or like boulders.
Throw shit at him. Everyone can just throw shit at him. Well, like dodge skiing.
Snowballs, kind of in the same realm. It's winter, so something like that. So, Lawrence, what do you have up at Wager Talk for today?
I haven't put it up yet, but I will have one college basketball and one NBA play. Andy, I hit the skids slightly in college basketball, and yet I'm on an 18-9 run. I was on an 18-5 run, so I've lost 4 in a row, and I'm hoping to change that tonight. I mean, these things happen. Still on an 18-9 run. I'm up profit in the college basketball season. And my NBA is doing great, bro. I went 1-1 last night. But yeah, I'm excited about both the basketball leagues right now. I'm really seeing basketball well. So that's that. And other than that, we're taping the best betting show ever late today. Steve Merrill, myself, and Joe. The show should be up by 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Really appreciate you having me on, Andy. I got one more week, I think. I'm leaving for Worcester on February 28th. So hopefully Chris will get me in for next week because I love doing the show with you.
Love it, man. I love it. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming on, breaking down Olympic hockey. Lawrence, the Prez, thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Take care.
All right.
Brother.
Yeah, we're going to get to all around the world, do some free picks. Free picks haven't been doing that well this week, so tread lightly. Okay, lacrosse. Here's what Dan and I are going to do with lacrosse moving forward. So what we do is we put a client play in, and then Dan tries to give out a free play that is a different play. So we're only going to give out client plays for lacrosse moving forward. Like we're 0-2 the last 2 days in free plays, 2-1 on 4% plays for clients. So we're not going to talk about lacrosse unless it's a 4% play that's on this show. So that's how we'll address that moving forward. Okay, today's free plays. We're going to do the Mavs and the Lakers. I'm going to do a same game parlay. I'm going to take LeBron 20+ points and Austin Reeves 18+ points. You heard Joe talk about it. The Mavs have given up 120, 138, 135 the last 3 games. Cooper Flag is already out. Great chance for the Lakers to get a win going into this game. And I think with rest coming up for both guys, they didn't play the last game. I like both of them to have good games tonight. College basketball that comes off the Wager Talk free picks page. This is from Ben Burns. San Francisco -8.5 over Oregon State. The Beavers are 3-5 on the road. They did beat San Francisco at Oregon State earlier this season, but San Francisco coming off their worst loss in the season. This is a revenge and anger spot for San Francisco. And then I do need to give out a darts Premier League. This play starts in like 15 minutes. So if you want to get it live, I have a client play that is up right now. I love the client play. This one, Littler and Humphreys over 9.5 legs. These guys are so razor thin, close with talent, and this is a great rivalry. And they just played this exact style of format on February 1st, and they went 11 legs. So it's a slight lean. This is not a huge play, but it's a little bit of sprinkle. Speaking of darts, myself and Jan, we will be on the Winning in the Shadows YouTube channel watching darts live. Fun fact, Gianni Detroit loves watching myself and Jan talk about darts, and he doesn't even watch darts. So it's a lot of fun. If you want to join us, we got live betting, and we'll watch the Premier League of Darts Week 2, which starts here at 1:15 Eastern. So that's coming up real soon. Thanks for joining in, guys. Even though there might not be a lot of sports going on, we're here to walk you through everything and find the best ways to make money and add to your bankroll. And I've been seeing you guys are doing it the right way. You guys are not buying just individual plays. You guys are buying packages and you're taking advantage of those specials. This time of year, we're running smoking hot deals like this, buy 6 for the price of 3. And you guys are taking advantage of it. It's very, very smart. So keep doing that. We got big plays coming up for this weekend, and we will be back same time, same place tomorrow to get you ready for the weekend. Thanks very much. Please hit the like button on your way out. Good luck on your bets. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.